Welcome back to Ex-Care Kids Scotland. I'm Thomas Martin, the founder of Ex-Care Kids Scotland. So today I'd firstly like to apologise for the lack of uploads. I've been doing well a lot in my life recently. Doing a lot of different things. I'd also like to quickly... Now this video isn't sponsored or not endorsing me or anything like that. This is a product that I have used personally after finding out about them, and I found them actually to be very useful. And what it is it's a thing called Snift. And it's a fucking amazing product. It really fucking is. And the one that I have is called Snift Calm. And basically all it is you get this weird oil stuff. And you get a wee sniffer. That's what it's called, sniff. And all you do is you inhale a few times with each nose. And what it does is you can get multiple different ones. You can get calm, you can get energized, and it's great. They've got multiple, and it's amazing for things like if you've got anxiety. You know, I've got a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress in my life, and I always, I can wake up in the morning, I don't feel as energized as I should be. And all this is it's a product that basically uses smell, and it's a really weird scientific thing. It's a bit too scientific for me anyway, I'll say that much, and it's a bit too scientific for most folk on this planet. But I was quite sceptical of using it, and I've used it for a few weeks now, and I personally have noticed a big difference within myself in terms of I'm not as stressed, I've not got as much anxiety as what I normally would have, and I use it maybe 3 times a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one at night, just to relax and fall asleep with. And it works amazingly. How does this communicate over to a young person? Well, I'll explain why. For young people, being in the unit can be a very stressful environment, and it can get hard sometimes, and I personally feel something like this would most certainly help a young person in terms of, de-stressing them, calming them down, allowing them to kind of focus a bit more. And that's one of the things that this thing does amazing at, is it really does help you focus. All you've got to do is, you sit by yourself for 2-3 minutes, you clear your mind, you inhale up both noses, and you wait a couple of minutes, and you can notice the difference pretty fast. For some people it can take a bit longer, for some people it can be a bit quicker. For me, it usually takes about 2-3 minutes for me to actually start to be able to be like, okay, I'm focused, I'm hyped up, I'm not feeling stressed. It's really fucking good. And I don't even know what's in this. It's a soothing blend of natural aromas to help you pursue and defrazzle and prevent those everyday stresses and strains from overwhelming you. And it's amazing. And what all it has is bergamot, clary sage, lavender, patchouli, and ylang ylang, whatever the hell is that's meant to be. But it works also amazing. I'll have it linked down below with a discount code as well. If you do feel it's something that could help you, then definitely go check them out. Definitely try them. As I said, they're not sponsoring me. They don't endorse me or anything like that. But I really do feel that it would be able to help you, or even staff members at that, and of course you'll be able to see what's in it and all that, and there's no drugs and all that shit in it, you don't get high off it, there's none of that type of effect. Right, with that out of the way, so, today's video, what's it about, where have I been, all that type of stuff. So, in my life, I've been dealing with quite a fair bit of stress lately, so I've basically taken some time away, been dealing with a lot of stuff in the background in terms of the website, dealing with a lot of stuff in my life, trying to sort out a lot of stuff, as a lot of you don't know, I've got a medical condition that becomes a pain in the backside, to put simply. And recently I was admitted to hospital with a flare-up of that on my throat, which basically nearly suffocated me to death. Not fun, but hey-ho, that's the stuff I've got to live with, so I've been having to deal with a lot of that stuff. So today's video is it's just going to be a wee quick one. I don't want to drag it in too long. I just kind of wanted it to be a wee quick one, and a wee bit of advice and all that. So I'm actually going to kind of regard it around stuff like this. I'm going to regard it around how to deal with a young person who's stressed in a unit. Now, in a unit, it's a very close-knit environment. It's a very difficult environment to live in. It's not an easy one, and stress can run pretty damn high within a young person, and staff as well. When you've got a young person that's kicking off, that's going to transfer over to the staff. Stress levels go up, and then the full situation ends up a big butt fuck of it, fuck knows what. And that's something that it's just natural. So how can you reduce stress on a young person? One is not to ask them to do everything, in great succession. When you're in a unit, you have got chores. You've got stuff to do. You've got to do your laundry. You've got to make your dinner. Blah blah blah. Whatever it could be. One of the biggest mistakes that I've seen staff do is trying to ask a young person to do it in great succession, which is basically you do one and it's straight onto another and straight onto another and straight onto another. And for the most part, that does work. But in some cases, what it can do is it can actually induce stress onto a young person because they're being overwhelmed with, being told to do a lot of stuff. And this is kind of where it comes to like a psychological type of thing. Staff need to learn how not to push it onto a young person too quickly. At least in my cases, I used to be asked to do a lot of tasks, at one after the other, and I would get quite stressed by that, And then you've got the natural things that are stressing a young person of, are they going to get to see their family that weekend if they have family leave? There's so many different things that can stress out a young person that staff don't even see. Then you've actually got the young person themselves. They could just be having natural stresses and staff don't really notice that. And some staff can act erratically to that, to put it simply. And one of the best ways I can offer advice towards a staff member to help a young person de-stress is to not push everything onto them like a truck, basically. You're not trying to run them over at the end of the day, you're trying to guide them like an escort in a sense. So you don't want to force everything upon them in a great succession, or it can lead to potential disaster. By the young person getting stressed out, they start swearing, that then starts to raise the staff member's stress, and then so on and so forth. For the young people watching this, you know what I mean. It ends up you fucking like firing it at staff and, well, getting dragged up a corridor or being made to eat the carpet, and it's not a fun time. It's really not. I used to eat a lot of carpets, let's just say that much. For young people, the best way I can offer for you to de-stress within a unit environment. It's difficult. It really fucking is. But the best thing I can suggest is, if you're a smoker, ask for a smoke break. If you like to play a console, go play a console. Just do something to distract you from that task to help you de-stress from that task. Right, that kind of went a bit off track, but who cares? So, this video is kind of going to be a bit over the place because I've not done one in so long, so I'm kind of just going to try to cover multiple different things, and I kind of don't want it to kind of go over the 15-minute mark. As I don't want to bore you to death, which has led me to another question, so this is kind of going to be like, this video really is over the place right now. I should really start writing down what I want to talk about. But that's the joys of Ex-Kick Scotland, is we don't script stuff. I don't intend to script it and make it sound robotic. I just say it as it comes to my head. One of the things that I would like to hear from you is, how would you like the videos to be put over to you? Do you like it in this type of format where it's just me on the camera? I know that sounds really fucking boring, but hey ho. Or would you like something in like the background, maybe some gameplay footage, something that's a bit more interesting than just staring at my ugly mug, blasting away a load of advice and shit about my life. Not exactly fun. Not exactly something that's interesting, but it is what it is. So yeah, for any suggestions on how you would like the videos to go, put them down to the comments. I read the comments. I do go through that stuff. I always try to do my best to have it better suiting you, the end user. But I'm going to go back onto the sniff thing quickly, because I certainly feel that this could help. It's amazing how we kind of work, like how the human body reacts to smells. I never really, when the minute I seen it, said something about it works with smells, I remember pissing myself laughing. I was like, what the fuck? What is this meant to be? And I was like, for the shits and the giggles, I'll buy it. Fuck it. Let's do it. And I did. And I was very fucking surprised with it. I was very surprised, actually, to see how well it worked. And I definitely feel it's something that could be helpful to both young people and staff within a unit environment. It certainly does help calm me down. It definitely does help. But you've got to be able to want that in a sense. You know, it's not just like you go, if you're pissed off, you go, oh yeah, I'm feeling better. You know, you've got to actually calm yourself down. So you've got to take time to yourself and be like, right, fuck everything else. I want to feel like this. I want to feel de-stressed. I don't want to be stressed anymore. And then you do what the instructions say, and it does do that effect. Now, I don't know how the hell that works. I ain't some chemist. I'm not exactly a fucking Dr. Phil. I don't know. He's a fucking psychiatrist or some shit. I don't know. I ain't the mad type of folk that figure out that shit. All I know is I've tried it and it's worked for me. Either that or I'm just a donkey and I'm falling for something. I don't know. But it's definitely worked for me and I definitely enjoy using it. You know, it's like having... It's just like lighting a candle, but you're just having it for your nose. That's quite literally all it is. It's like having a candle and it works really goddamn well. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of staff out there who are going to be like, oh, but they could do this with it, they could do that with it. That's why there's a thing called supervision. When it comes to something like that, a product like that, that's where the staff need to take their fingers at their backsides and supervise it. You know, for an implementation of something like that, it would be a simple thing of they go to the staff to use it. It's just as if you're taking medication, basically. And this isn't a medication. This is just an aroma. Quite literally, that's all it is. You know, you can look at the ingredients. It's an aroma. You can check the website down below. It's an aroma. That's what it's for. It's just a smell. And it works really fucking well. You know, as it says, changes right underneath your nose. But yeah, go check them out. If it is something that could interest you and you feel like it could help you, definitely go check them out. But yeah, that's kind of all I really wanted to say about this video. You know, I just kind of wanted to touch on a few different things and explain why the uploads haven't been as much. That's how it's kind of been a bit over the place. But there will be videos coming very soon. I've got a lot in the work line. I've actually got time to work on a video with Celsius at the moment. We've got quite a few things going along with that. So fingers crossed there'll be big things getting put through. But as I said, I just wanted this to be a wee short video. Keep yous updated. And there will be more videos coming very soon. So don't know about that. He's only escaping from me that easily. He's just stuck with me for a bit longer. But yeah, that's really it. So remember, stay safe, social distance, wear your masks when you go outside. I hope you all have a brilliant day, or night, or afternoon, or whenever you are watching this. And that's really it. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.